Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. Speaking about common sense, I try to keep it down. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down in the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's a very important. And not important. The liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people who like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people like alcohol. That's like 80% of you. You shouldn't listen to my videos. They make too much sense, and you're not going to follow through with common sense. You're not even going to ask me questions or even make fun of me. Okay? But I do have a topic to talk about, and of course, I try to keep it in under 10 minutes, but sometimes I ramble on to sound incoherent, but it's a message to my madness. Okay? And of course, that message is something you can make a video of if you want to extend on it, using technicalities or whatever. I'm just going to keep it simple for you. That's what I'm here for. So if there's a complex term or terminology or something, I use layman's terms. All right? I keep it simple, okay? I use easier words, okay? Though I know the harder words too as well. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, okay? But that's not the longest word in the dictionary though, okay? Well, I don't think it's in the dictionary, but it's in the media somewhere, okay? But anyway, today's topic will be about life is a game, and what have you learned so far? I've learned that life was a game when I was younger, and then I always thought that this is relating to people who believe in God, people who believe in hope, people who believe in all these different types of things, okay? When I was younger, I always thought that, okay, if I'm suffering as like Jesus, okay, didn't have sins, I'm like 10 years old, 7 years old, and I ask questions, just being introspective wise, with my internal voices, talking to my inner voices at the age of 7, and then I tell my mom what the voices tell me, and then I get smacked for certain things. I kind of learned that, wait a minute, I just felt pain because of me being inquisitive. Right. And so I'm like, wait a minute. So I go around to people and ask certain questions, which I love to do. And then I do the research, and then I found out everything I was saying. I got my answers from internally. First, I found the source out externally, and it's something very simple. It's not really hard. His story means someone else's story. And his story means that you weren't there to hear the story, but you believe in the story because that's it. You believe in his story. If someone else's story is more powerful, you'll believe his story. Okay, just like, of course, if you read the Bible, you'll clearly understand that there's older religions, and anyone who disagrees with that fact, okay, I don't know if it's a fact because I haven't read the Mahabharata in the real text, okay, but I read out there Judaism and Hinduism is older, okay, than even the Muslim faith. So you should be getting on work on that. And then I found out even before all this religion shit, there was paganism, okay? And all these gods was created by the imaginations of other individuals. But then they say there's proof and evidence of them destroying the planet. But it could be a natural catastrophe. I don't know if they actually destroyed the planet. Okay, I saw a few aliens in my fucking life. But I could be living in a delusion as well. So who says what is real and what is not real? So if you think about it like this, if you believe in God, God can fix anything, right? Anyone who puts a limitation on God's power is beyond delusional. This is why I say I'm Jesus, because I don't have sins in my past. So what kind of things do I have? And I realize I do have some sort of special ability, as a matter of fact. Okay, so I got to keep myself away from most humans, because most humans don't understand me as an indigo child, which I looked up, okay? And so I realized that life is a game, and even Jesus spoke about it. He talks in parables in the Bible, and he says that I'm not coming back to bring peace to the earth. So, and also the Bible in Isaiah says that God created both good and evil. So I'm like, maybe we're here in a prison planet. Okay, maybe we humans were once angels, because I think in Corinthians 2, it says that we are an evolving species. We're supposed to learn from right from wrong through eons of time. It's kind of like a torment thing until the time is right. I think we're just being used in a machine or some shit like that. So this is speculation and theoreticals automatically lead to believe to know that we either came here or we're being used. Or basically we're all living in a dream. And it's got probably other theories that why we're here. But understand this real clear. If you pray, then something should happen. if you meditate, something should happen. For me, I do a mixture of every little thing to make sure I'm safe and sorry. Okay, and then I realized that the things that I have is because of my inner voices that spoke to me. But you guys don't hear no inner voices, so you're starting to pray to some God, and then you are a sinner. You believe yourself as a sinner, and then when I ask you that you are God, and then they'll say, "No, that's not true. I believe in an external God." I said, "What kind of life are you living? Why are you praying to a God that you never saw before?" But I'm right here. Okay, see. And so I'm like, you playing the game, okay? I'm like, you believing in some sort of hope, and it's not even there. Children die every day, okay? So then you have innocents who die every day. We have women who disappear every day. So why really get on that boat to believing in a Santa Claus? Like when my daughter hears about a bunny rabbit and Santa Claus, she knows they're fake because she asked me questions. And so I only answer my daughter's question. I said, if you want to become smart, you ask more questions. Most people don't even ask questions, they just believe. And that's sad, though. So when I was younger, I always felt that, okay, people who are not a questioning type of mindset, they're not self-aware. They don't understand that you're living in a game world. If you don't take risk, okay, your life is forfeit. If you don't take risk, your life is forfeit. So let's say, for instance, you're playing a game. You get one life. You got to get 5 lives in the game. And you keep dying. That's exactly what life is about. But the process is longer. You have to go from birth to youth to toddler to baby and adolescence. You got to start that process all over and over and over again. So maybe I'm an old soul, but when I've been playing games since I was a baby and since I was 7 years old, and I always thought that it took me to another realm outside from this world. And I started relating everything to a game because it's like this. You make certain choices that make your life either worse or better, okay? And most people don't understand that once it gets better, you're supposed to teach others how to make their life better. But most people don't do that, okay? So I try to make people's lives better by making these videos and also educating individuals from Bangladesh of how to speak proper English. But I do multitudes of things. I teach my daughter how to treat one another, respect one another. But most of society are selfish creatures. They don't believe life is a game. But when they're selfish, they're actually sinning because of that selfishness. But think about it like this. You have to take a risk in everything you do. Everything has a contractual agreement upon it. If you don't really do nothing in life, you're just wasting your life away. And you could just be reborn into this life, not learning anything at all. But so many people into religion. Religion is supposed to stomp out homelessness. Religion is supposed to, anyone who's religious, who believes in a charlatan, is a fool, okay? So you ask them, what are they doing for the homeless? That's the first thing they should be focusing on. What are they doing for the earth? That's the first thing you're focusing on. We all live less than 100 years old. So I played games when I was younger, and I found an escape route, okay, to keep myself from suffering from what I went through. But a lot of people haven't suffered like I have, like the Jesus types. So that's really what I wanted to say, y'all people, as brothers and sisters. If you can't use common sense, at least ask enough questions so you can come about to be to that point so you can have common sense. Ask questions in life. Take care of yourself. Be paranoid. Okay, because you're going outside, you're taking a risk. If you want to rob a bank, you're taking a higher risk because somebody's going to catch you, okay? If you keep doing evil things, you have a subconscious, unless you're a robot. Okay, you don't have a subconscious if you're a robot. You don't have a subconscious if you're possessed. Because I got possessed like twice in my life, and I don't have any conscious when you get possessed. Okay, so now you have to understand that you're taking an even greater risk if you don't even know thyself. You don't even know thyself. And plus, people have to understand that if people don't really talk fast, okay, you can't really be like super intelligent, okay? Like when I talk to slow people who talk real slow, I'd be like, hello, come on, get to the point. But I got to the point. That made myself very clear. Okay, but there's people out there who talk very slow. And I don't listen to slow, monotone individuals, okay? Because that may mean something. It takes too long to hear an old person talk, right? So I'd like to get to the point, okay? But other than that, sometimes I don't get to the point. But at least I talk faster than you, motherfucker, right? But that's all I really want to say about life is a game. That's how I know that life is a game. How do I really know if life is a game? It's just common sense. Maybe I came here to choose this game. Maybe it did my urge God Did my urge God put me here as for punishment? Maybe we're just all dreaming, but it's still a challenge. You're still taking risk. No matter what you do, know thyself. And that's all I really wanted to say to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. And y'all have a good fucking day. And please, 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 one thing I want y'all to stop doing is, okay, there's a magic behind Donald Trump. People, none of you know Donald Trump. Okay, none of you know Donald Trump. Instead of just, doing things legally, there's people behind the scenes that want to cause war, that want to start chaos. And I say stay out of it, because the fact that the powers that may be are also corrupted as well. So you have to be careful with that. Don't talk about Donald Trump because nobody knows him. It's because he says to grab him by the pussy, y'all all mad and shit. I'm like, damn, that's alpha as fuck, man. Y'all don't understand how powerful he is to fix the country, okay? He's working on internal forces. He's trying to tell people that we ain't nobody to be fucked with. But then you got these softies out there who believe that the world can most likely be a peaceful place, but that's impossible because there's other races who don't want humans to come together because of something that happened in the past. Humans are very childlike species, and there are other species amongst us who are not really human. Please understand that, peoples. You can't think that it's just only us humans. And the fool would think like that. It's like, we think we're the only. That's arrogance. That's not part of the game. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I want to get off the subject out here, though, because I'm such a great conversationalist. It's just stop talking about Trump. Now we got war going on downtown and shit, going all over the place, scattered all around and shit. Oh my goodness, man. America's going down in the shithole of a country. It's going to be a shithole of a country. Okay? And y'all can talk about a New World Order. I see all sorts of shit out there on the internet talking about the New World Order. And these foreign countries are trying to make a New World Order. First, they got to attack America. And the Bible talks about it too. Woe is the great country that has fallen. The Bible talks about America. I think it does. The great whore of Babylon. Okay. But I think it's because we let the women get out of control. I think it's because of the feminist movement. Okay, really. Once you let your women get out of control, that's it. Okay. But of course, then the crackers would say, once you let the niggas get out of control, that's it. But other than that, that's not either the case when it comes to males. The men are not likely. But let me see. That's another video for another day, though. So if white men more afraid of black men because of their creativity? I think everybody's creative in their own way. It's just that some people like to rob and steal, okay? Richard Spencer said it too. Richard Spencer said that we are expert at stealing and using psychology, so they're the more destructive race, so maybe they're afraid of that because black represents truth and honesty. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe it means to transform the world into a true alpha place. I don't know, okay? But I know you have to use some sort of brain tactics in order to keep things under control. And if you don't have a balance of both, we got everybody's jumping out of control, okay? You can make a video about that if you want. But that's all I wanted to say. I've been talking for 13 minutes. Yeah, have a good day and a good night. Life is a game. You got to play the game, okay? Peace.